Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5, where today we're going to be looking at just a single... Oh my god, there's a lot of dust back there. I'm going to be looking at a single car mod today. Usually, like, if I'm going to check out a car mod, I check out several because there's not enough tuning options. But this one is highly tunable, and I think that we could do a couple of really amazing builds. There is plenty to look at. There's like 18 different spoilers, like 14 different front bumpers, maybe the same for the rear bumpers. Huge amount of options, and also there's a bunch of Benny's mod style tuning as well. So I think we might even be able to tune the inside of this. So there is so much to check out. This is highly modifiable. But before we get into actually building this thing, there's going to be some comments on the screen. These are comments featured from the previous video. If you would like your comments featured, you can leave some in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, as always, you can follow me on Twitter at Figureight. I'm always posting pictures of random stuff, cool cars, anything. I'm sure you guys would find something interesting on my Twitter page. Right, I need to find somewhere nice to park up. Okay, I just thought I'd pull into here, and I've just seen another story thing going on because there's actually a couple of blips going on. What's going on down here? There's like a... Oh, what's going on? Oh, there's people being chased by the police. Okay. Okay. Police or robber? Robber. I'm gonna be a good guy today. Oh, nice. We got him. Well, we've done a good deed for today, and we blocked up the road. Well, he even gets picked up by the park ranger. Wait, hang on. Well, how about that for a twist? Right, I found us a lovely spot. I have never really taken the time to look at just this bit here. How nice is this? All these nice little fields going on, some tractors and stuff. I have never really looked around this place. Well, I've parked over here, and as you can see, we are going to be looking at this beautiful Nissan 180 SX. And it is hugely detailed, high quality textures everywhere, and a huge plethora of tuning options. And also, if I just go back here, we even have adjustable lights. Look at this. I can even just have them up just a tiny bit. I can adjust the whole thing. So it's not like up or down. It's like there or there or there. And it's all done with the numpad as well, hitting the 8 and 5 keys. So you might notice in a minute when we're going through and modifying this thing, the lights are going to be doing that a lot because those are also the keys for the menu mods. So, right. Let's just have a quick look round. So this is the interior, really nicely detailed, nice high quality textures. Got this horrible drift style gear stick thing. Oh yeah, I need to remember to use this to zoom in. There we go, there's our tape player and everything else, air conditioning, there's all our speedometer and stuff. And then there's Michael. Here's the outside, looking really nice. There is also a cambered version, but of course, because we have the V-Stancer mod, I didn't need to do that, so I just stuck on the normal version, and then we could do a build with camber and all that sort of stuff, and then just a normal build as well. We can also put the wheels out a little bit more flush with the arches later. Have a look at that. Right, let me just open this bonnet as well, because the detail inside is just amazing. Right, here we are. Get a load of this. This is just amazingly detailed. Got the battery there, even got the battery terminals. Got all this going on. Big, massive turbo. And it's even got a little wobble as well. Really nicely detailed. There we go. We have the doors as well. Really nice. What does that say? Active speaker. It even says that. And then we've also got a nice big boot. Lovely. Right, let's go and start tuning this thing. Okay, so let's go to menus, customs. So I'm going to start with the... actually, we're going to do the Benny's Lowrider mod stuff last. Let's just start off with the basics. So, wheels, I'm actually going to leave because if you watch the other video, I do have the law-friendly wheels mod on, so we've got a huge wheel selection, and I don't think we'll know what sort of wheel we want until we've got a specific style, because I'm not entirely sure what this is going to look like with all the different front bumpers and stuff. So, let's just start off with spoiler. So we have the stock spoiler, which is just nothing. Then we have the Type X wing, the Manricky wing, the Manricky wing 2, which is just that with a little bit bolted onto the back. The ducktail spoiler, this is my sort of stuff. I like that. I do like that. I am a big ducktail spoiler fan. Then we have this one as well, which I think looks amazing. Then we have number 3, which is all bolted on. I'm not really that big on bolted on stuff, but 2 and 1 do look pretty cool. We have the Urus wing low level, Urus wing mid level, and high level as well. This is... I like the fact that you even get the similar looking spoilers in the different heights as well. That's just really cool. You can really get it looking exactly as you want. Then we have a low profile wing, mid. That's a mid. Good God. I can't wait to see the high. Then there's mid wing 2, and then there's the high. Wow, that's huge. That's big. I don't think I'm I don't have an eye for what looks good on a tall spoiler. It's just not something... I mean, I get it. Like, if it was just on some sort of like time attack or race car, then... you know, I'd be like, oh, okay, it's for aerodynamics. But I wouldn't be able to pick one out myself because, I don't know. Kogichi Power Wing. Then we have Custom Wing 2, 1, and then 2, which also just got the bracing on it. Then we have the rear-mounted wing. Whoa. And that is the last one for 18. So I'm going to go back. I'm just going to do this one exactly how I would do it, given the selection of stuff that we have, how I would modify this car if this was mine in real life. So, I really like this number 1... but I think I might go for the 2. Actually, I really like that one because I like that it goes round to the side. So I'm going to pick that one. So then onto the front bumper. We have the stock. We have the front lip kit, which looks pretty similar. Just a tiny little bit more on the lip. Then we have this one, which has got some big... what are these? Intakes? That's the word. Then we have the BN Sports front bumper. I guess these are actually legit real ones. BN Sports, I've never really heard of that, but I'm sure you guys would know. That's definitely a very drift style bumper. Then we have that one with the canards. Then we have the Urus front bumper. Oh, wow. That's different. Then we have custom front bumper 3. That's alright. It just, I wish it had grills on it and some lights. I'm not really that into that whole gaping open look. Then we have the tow hook version and then the canards. Then we have the origin era. I don't think any of these actually come with grills, which might be an issue for me. Then we have custom number 5, which is a little bit short after looking at that one. I really like how that one looks, actually, the Origin Aero front, or even the custom front bumper 3. Both of them look pretty nice. So then we have bumper 5, and then with the diffuser, bumper 6, and with the diffuser. And then we have the Origin Streamline front, which has got a bit of a gap there, but I guess that's intended. Then we have the Origin Racing front, another one with some little gap there. Again, no grill, which is a shame. And then the Spirit Ray front bumper, and then just no front bumper at all. That's a pretty substantial change in style, because there's no style. There's no front bumper to have styled. I like the Origin. I like that little grill thing. I like this one. I also like this one a lot, and number 3. So I'm going to go with that one, I think. Hopefully we're going to find some matching stuff on the sides and the rear. Otherwise we might have to change for the custom 3. Just because it's a little bit less. So onto the rear bumper then. We've got 14 choices here. So we have the stock. Then we have that one with the custom tow hook. Then we have this one with the rear diffuser hanging down. Tow hook with rear diffuser. BN Sports rear bumper. I think the BN Sports are definitely the very drift style one. We might have to do that for the next build. Then we have the Origin rear bumper, which actually looks pretty nice. I like that, I'm a fan. Then we have Origin rear bumper 2, which has just got some little bits added to the side. The Spirit Ray rear bumper, which is quite nice. The Origin Streamline rear, I like that one. I like that one. Then we have the racing version. Do you know what? I think that might go with the front. Yeah, that might go with the front, so we might have to get that all matching. Or we have number 2 as well with those extra bits. We might have to go with that. Yeah, I'm liking that. And then we also have custom rear bumper 1 and custom rear bumper 2, which they actually look pretty nice, those ones. I'm going to go for... do you know, I actually really like the Origin Streamline rear, but I'm not sure. I guess it would match that. Yeah, that matches. We'll go for that. Then on the skirts, we have the stock skirts. We have custom skirt 1, BN skirt, Origin skirt. Oh, I also just noticed we've got this nice little super sticker. I don't know what the hell that means, but I like it. Then we have the Origin Streamline skirt, which is going to go well with the style of the rest of it, so I think that's the one we're going to go for. Actually, it's quite nice anyway, because it's quite flat. It's quite a nice kit, really. Then we have the Origin Racing, Spirit Ray, Urus, and then we have custom skirts 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. They're all pretty, you know, they're not similar, but they're all the same sort of idea. None of them are too out there. I'm going to go for that one, the Origin Streamline skirt. Then on the exhaust, we have our stock. Ooh, nice and loud around here. Then we have exhaust 6. I guess the ones that aren't named are just ones that are just like nothing, that's random. That's a nice exhaust though. Then we have the dual, the shotgun. That's pretty nice. The titanium shotgun. What's the titanium texture like on this one? A little bit better than the GTA one. I can get behind that one. Then we have the straight pipe sticking out a lot further back. Then we have factory exhaust 2. Big bore exhaust. I'm a big fan of big bores, especially that one. That's pretty cool. Then the titanium version, the 3-inch, which is actually glitching through the bumper, sadly. The Extreme titanium exhaust. Titanium big bore. Some of these are actually glitching through on the bumper, so I guess you have to pick them depending on your bumper. So we're going to have to go for one of these earlier ones. I think this one right here. I think, actually, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I wouldn't go for that. I mean, something even just like exhaust 6. It's nice. It's not too out there. But it's just, I know what I'm like. I'm just thinking about what my car's like in real life, so I assume I'd just do the same with this. So I'm going to go with the big bore exhaust. I'm going to go with the first one. Then on the chassis, we have 5 different roll cages. So we have roll cage 1. There we go. That's nice and simple. I'm trying to find a good place to kind of compare all of these. Then we have number 2, number 3. These are nice. Number 4 and number 5. Oh, number 5 looks nice. Get a load of that. I think if I was to have this, I wouldn't go for anything too mad. I wouldn't go for the 4. Maybe I'd go for the 3. Then there's the 2 and the 1. Maybe if I was to have one, it would be something like the 2. Or maybe the 4. I think the 4, actually. Just without the rear, I wanted. 5? That's too much. I don't really want all those bars. Well, then that settles it on the 3. That's kind of a fancy look with all these joins, but it goes into the dashboard, which I like. I'm not really that into where they're like that and go around the dashboard. I'd rather they just go through, even though it does sort of block up the door slightly. Do you know what? Sod it. I'm going to go for 4. I wouldn't really go for this massive stuff at the back, but yeah, I'm going to go with that one. Then on the hood, we have 6 choices. We have the stock, we have the Origin Type 2. Can't really see the difference. Oh, let's go for that. It's better lighting. Oh, that's alright. Then we have vented hood 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to go for the Origin Type 2 hood because I think that looks pretty nice. Then on the fenders, this is going to be interesting. Look at this. There are so many things to do on this. So we have the stock. This is all going to be the rear, I think, for this one. Wide bolt-on rear fenders. Then, yeah, okay, they're all going to be on the rear. So then we have the wide rear fenders. And again, it looks crap with the wheels tucked in now. But thankfully, we do have the V-Stancer mod. So we can get everything flush in a minute. Then we have wide fenders 2. Oh my god. And 3. Then the Uras. The split ray. The wide number 4. The painted rear flares. And then just rear flares. I'm going to go for... I quite like that one. Or maybe number 2. Number 2's nice. I like how number 2 looks. It's a bit bolt-on, but I think it looks alright, even though I'm sort of half and half on bolt-on arches and bolt-on kits. Actually, seems like I'm feeling smooth today. I'm going to go with the wide fender 1, or just the unnumbered one. Then on the front, we have stock. Then we have front over fenders 2. Which one of these? I think 2's going to match us. Then we have 3, 4. It's actually got some vents around the side as well, as you can see there. Then we have the Uras, which actually looks pretty nice. Then we have the Works, painted front flares, and then front flares. Actually, I'm wondering about the Uras thing. How does it look if I was to get that matching on the back? Do you know what? That's alright. That really sticks out a lot, but I think that's going to work. But I do wonder if they are supposed to fit with some sort of different bumper. Let's have a look. Oh, it doesn't actually fit at all. It still sticks out. Right, sod it. I'm going to get rid of those and just go back for wide fenders 1, and then I'll just tone it down on the front. Maybe just go for the nice one there. Maybe a bit more. I think 1, actually. Going to look great. Then on the roof, we haven't even got to the Benny stuff yet. So we have, oh, these are roof spoilers. We have stock. We have roof spoiler 1, 2, and 3. I'm not going to go for any roof spoiler. I think it looks perfectly fine like that. Then it's just a case of doing all the engine tuning and stuff. We're not really going to be racing this, so there's no need for me to do all of this sort of stuff, but whatever. We'll do the suspension in the V-Stancer mod. That just leaves us with window tinting, which might work. Oh, it works. No tinting of lights or anything like that. But I might actually go this time with a green tint, because I don't usually go for the green tint, and I think that looks pretty JDM like that, so I'm going to go for that. Then what we've got on extras, we've got extra 1, which is, oh, it's something in the back here. It's that. Oh, well, if we're trying to make it look lightweight, we'll get rid of that. And then what's extra 2 going to be? Oh, it's that number plate right there, which I'm going to get rid of. Make sure to stick a turbo on it, and then it's just a case of picking some nicer colours of the paint. And I'm thinking for this one of going for white, but ice white is just too bloomy, so we're going to go for frost white because it doesn't glow as much. I think that looks absolutely amazing. Right, so now let's try and find some wheels. I'm just going to cut through to me actually finding the perfect wheel, because we could look for ages, because if you haven't seen the other video, we have all of this stuff to look through. And in fact, these ones I think are going to work just fine. So I think maybe go for 96 or 95, or should we go for the one that doesn't have the chrome around it? I do quite like the chrome bit. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to have just a nicer colour, just because we got the white, we can sort of accent it with a nice random colour on the wheels. Do you know, I'm quite feeling that sunrise orange. That's nice. Right, now it's just a case of going and doing the V-Stancer mod. Oh yeah, also we've got the Benny stuff as well, which is for the interior. We'll do that in just a second. So let's just sort out our wheels so we get all the exterior done. Let's just knock our track width out, and then we can lower that down. That's actually going to glitch through that bumper right there, so we'll knock that in just a little bit, down a bit more, and maybe we'll just get a bit of camber. Seems in this is, you guys have been telling me to like camber more on the front, which is more of like a drift thing to do. I've always been doing it on the back, because I've just seen that as just a generally more like a, what some people call a street stance style. But, you know, you guys have been telling me to put more camber on the front, so let's just actually put some camber on the front of this. I'm sure some of you guys weren't expecting the camber, but oh well, I'm going to try and just do that for this one. Or actually, I'm going to do that for the next one. So I'm going to keep this one more like how I would have it. So, tiny little bit, which is what you'd expect from lowering it anyway. And actually, about that height is going to rub, so that's definitely low enough. Then on the rear, knock that out, lower that down. That's definitely glitching through. Tiny bit of camber on the rear, and that is pretty flush and pretty nice, exactly like that. Right, let's just go back and do the last bits then. So in Benny's Lowrider mods, we have interior color and dashboard color. We'll worry about that stuff later. So we have trim, stock vents, and rear vents. What are these? Oh. Okay, I'm going to go for some rear vents. That looks amazing. Okay, onto the dash, which, going by these names, air freshener, makes me think that it is indeed just the hanging air freshener. I don't know if we can change the dashboard on this one. So we have the Wakaba leaf, then we have Wakaba leaf for the Australian flag, Korean flag, Japan, Philippines, 420, the magic trees, and the Norsk, and a Domo, and a Kuka. I'm going to go for the Teguki, the Korean flag. There we go, that was that one done. On the seats, we have the stock. Then we have red bride seats. Oh my god, they're a bit bright. Then we have the black ones, they're better. We have Illist, not really into that. Then we have blue, a bit too bright. And then we have some different combinations with different seatbelt arrangements. I'm going to go for the blacks right there, although I do like those ones. Maybe that red is sort of like the orange on my wheels. We're going to go for that one then. Steering wheels, we have the option of that one, which isn't even stock. A Nardi. Oh, I do like that. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Nardi with the nice chrome center. I do love that wheel. Column shifters, which is actually just the shifter. So we have that one, blue bubble, or what the hell's that one? It's a cat. I'm just going to go for shift 2, because it's just not so gross. Oh, then we actually have engine block. We have an RB26 swap. Okay, we'll have to check that out in just a second. Air filters. Oh, that's going to be the handbrake, not an air filter. So we have the hydro handbrake and the tool hydro. Oh, I'm going to use that for the second one. So let's just use that one for now. So that's pretty cool. Fittings, strut braces. We'll have to look in the thing. I think these are all just going to be strut braces and nothing for the interior. Yeah, I can see it changing underneath the bonnet. And then we have arch covers, which is something that I can't see. Oh, custom white LED lights. Oh, it's changing the lights. Okay, hang on. Just noticed that I now can't lift up the lights now that I've changed the front bumper. What happens if I turn on my lights here? Okay, all I can do is turn them on. I can't make them pop out or anything. That's kind of a shame, actually. So we have the stock lights, which are actually up now. Why is that? Did that just go up because I set them up or something? I don't know. Then we have old, which I like. Yellow. Oh, I do like yellow. Sleepy white, sleepy old, sleepy yellow. And then, oh, I see. Maybe they're not supposed to pop up. Ah, okay. Or we can have them always closed. Right. I think that none of those are going to match the purple, or the orange, rather, that we got on the wheels, or the blue on the seats. So I'm just going to go for a nice sleepy old, actually, instead of a sleepy yellow. Nah, so let's go for yellow. Okay, and also I've noticed that we can't open the hood when we have a different one added. Woo, this is a lot of back and forth. Okay, so here is the standard engine. Then we have the RB26 swap. Oh, look at that. That is awesome. A whole engine swap. I haven't seen that on a mod, I don't think. Have we seen anything like that before? I can't really remember. But what's that one's an SR20? I could be completely wrong, but I think that's an SR20. But that RB26 looks beautiful in there. Then we also have the fittings, which is all the strap braces all along here. Let's just scan through these. These are actually all pretty much the ones that come in the game as standard, I think. I quite like that triangulated strap brace. But actually, let's go with that carbon one, because I think that that one looks dark and goes with the engine. Right, so let's go back and close that, and then we can go back and add our proper hood back. There we go. And that is all done. Oh, beautiful. What a beautiful... Oh, and I've already crashed it. Not to worry, though. There we go. That's better. Well, I think this looks absolutely beautiful. Let's just get some nice shots. Like that. There you go. Right there. Like that. Oh, lovely. Absolutely wonderful. Right, I'm going to do one more quick one, because this is sort of like how I would do it. But I now want to make the sort of crazy mad looking one. So this one's going to be rushed a lot more. I just want to try and get this through because we've already seen all the parts. So I want to go for something pretty big, like the high level, or maybe this one, or maybe actually the rear mounted wing. That's really big. I don't know what wing is sort of a normal in drift. Because I'm going to try and make this a drift one. Or maybe should I just go crazy and just do whatever? Just the hilariest I can make it look. I'm going to make the hilarious looking one. So there's that. Then on the front, I think the hilarious is probably the no bumper. But that does look a bit empty. I mean, other than that, I think the front bumper that we used in the previous one is probably the hilarious front bumper. Which is that one there. So I think maybe we'll go for the no bumper look. Then on the rear bumper, in fact, I can make this like some sort of like drift rat then if I'm going to do that. So if I'm going to do the drift rat, then I might actually just go for the drift style, the BN Sports ones, and we just miss the one on the front. So it looks like I've taken the front off because I've knocked it in drifting. Then we go for the skirts, we go for the BN Sports again. Then on the exhaust, maybe we can have the bottom ones. No, they're still too far over. I'll just go for a nice... Let's go for the factory exhaust, or maybe the big boy exhaust too. Let's go for that one. On the chassis, I want to go for roll cage 5, which is the most hardcore. Oh, it even matches with the colour of the paint. I didn't know it would do that. That's looking pretty nice. On the hood, we might just go with the vented. What do we got here? Vented 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to go for... should we just go for that one? I don't know. That's alright. On the fenders, let's go for the wide bolt-ons. And then just go for the bolt-ons on the front as well, if we have those. Or we don't actually have bolt-ons on the front. Or we do have the painted flares, though. Or we can just have the front flares, like that. Does add a bit to the bottom of the wing there as well, I've noticed. I guess we probably, if we had this sort of drift car and it was ratty, we wouldn't go for the wide arches. Maybe just the painted rears. Or, yeah, it's painted rears. And painted fronts. We'll have that little bit hanging down. That's fine. Roof spoiler. I mean, we'll go for some of that. Let's go for the third one. Sticks out quite nicely. In fact, that's a bit much, isn't it? Maybe that one there. And as nice as this colour is, I'm going to go for something different. But I have noticed there is a purple flip going on, which is alright. But again, if we're going to have some sort of rat drift car, it's not going to be painted like that. Right, I'm going to go for taxi yellow, because I feel like this is like, in my head, the story... I just have access to yellow taxi paint because it's cheaper. That's my rationality in my head. Plus, it just looks cool. I'm going to go for that. And then on the secondary, which I didn't do in this one because it didn't really matter. It was already a really nice colour. But because we've got this purple on here, I'm just going to go for a chrome on that one. And that's just going to be super bright and chrome. Or we could just go for a matte black. That sort of blends it in. We'll go for matte black. Then on the extras, I never actually checked out dashboard color. So let's see if this does do anything. Okay, it doesn't really do anything. That's fine. So we'll not go for the rear vents, as cool as they are. I think they'll look better on this one. Then we have the dashboard, which we won't worry about any of that sort of stuff. Seats, we'll just make them just those ones. What's the larriest one we can get? So just look like they're the cheapest. Blue. Yeah, we'll just go for the blue ones like that. Then the steering wheel, we'll go and keep it with that one, because that just looks like a cheaper wheel than the Nardi. We'll also just change it to that one, because I think the other ones just look a bit shit. Then the engine block, we'll do the RB26 swap. We've already seen it. There's no point looking at it again. You can sort of see it going on in there. That's good enough. And then we want the tool hydro handbrake right there. That's awesome. And to top it off, we can also change the lights, and seems we can see everything. Oh yeah, should we just go for that then, in yellow? Perfect. Right, now it's just a case of finding some wheels and getting some camber on it. Now sadly, we can't change the wheels front and back. I was thinking of just going for like a full sort of, well, I don't know, something that's really sort of VIP style, like this Bippu. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm thinking that for a drift car. What sort of wheels would a drift car have? Normally you just go for crappy, wouldn't you? Because you just want them on cheap tyres and just drift about. But then again, I wanted it so they were shit on the rear and good on the front. But we have to match them. Sadly, there is no mod that gives you different choices for wheels on the front and back, sadly. See, I could just go for that and make it really sort of ratty and just sort of stance it out, maybe. Let's try that. Let's just see. It might look really crap, but let's just give it a try. We'll also change the colour so it's just a little bit brighter. There we go. Right, so on the front, I want some big camber and get that all the way to that arch right there. Is that sticking out fine? That's looking pretty nice. And then maybe some height drop down. Yeah, we're going to need some more camber to tuck that in. That's fine. This is not really the most suitable wheel for this. I definitely think we should change the wheel. Well, here we go. How about something like the Watanabes? Or are they Watanabes or just similar? They're close enough. Or we can go for something like that. These are all looking pretty nice, though. Ooh, I said we could go for that. Maybe something like that will do. That would do. That's a pretty nice one. But we'll change the colour of that one and just make it default so it's just a little bit brighter, because I think everything else... Yeah, although we could just go for like blue and it would sort of like match the seats. I'm going to go for either royal blue or bright blue. I normally go for bright blue, so I'm going to go for royal blue on this time. I'm sure you guys are now absolutely hating it, but do you know what? Whatever. I've thought of a theme, I've stuck to the theme. Whether I like it or not, it doesn't matter. It's the theme. The theme's all that matters. Right, front camber, even more. And then just get that to about there. That's working. I mean, looks horrible when you steer, but again, it looks nice in pictures, which is fine. Then on the rear, track width. And some lows. Obviously, we want to make sure that the front is still lower than the back, which I think it is. And then a little bit of camber. And that's that. Done. Oh, it's actually on that side is not so good, but maybe that's just because of the road that we're on being a bit uneven. Might be the case. Let's just put a bit more camber on it to fix. Done. And there is our second one. How about that? I would love for you guys to let me know in the comment section which one you prefer. Personally, I prefer the first one because I think that first one is perfect. That's how I would have it in real life. It's pretty much, I mean, I'm going by the choices that I have on the game. Maybe if I had one in real life, it would look a little bit different, but I could own the one in white in real life is what I'm saying. I would happily own that car. This one's still cool though. Maybe you guys are into this one a bit more. In fact, it seems this is supposed to be some sort of like drift rat. Let's just bash this up just a little bit so it looks like it has been drifted around. There we go, through a few fences. It actually still looks really nice and clean. What the hell? There we go, a few fence posts later, and you know what? It's barely changed. Well, there we go, guys. That's been a very long video. Amazing car. I'm going to put a link in the description where you can go and download this one. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex, and goodbye.